Hello, everyone. This is Joshua Williams. This is the United States of Africa channel. This is the kind of content you will be seeing. As you see right here, this is the intro. And if you've seen my Facebook intro, that's going to come up right after this. Go ahead and skip it. It's about 2 minutes. Skip the next 2 minutes so you can get right to the video. This is the content. Shout out the United States of Africa. Shout out the Sahel Alliance and everybody trying to get free. We need all those states united. We need a united Africa. Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. This is my Facebook channel and I'm making the United States of Africa YouTube. On my Facebook, I make posts just like this. As you can see, black people are human trafficked from Africa. We built America's banks and wealth and they loaned that out to white families. And to this day, they're, putting us in jail, criminalizing us, but we never got paid. So what do you expect? Crack epidemic, all of that. Also, I make posts like this. As you see, the Sahel have, not just the Sahel, all of Africa, over 11 countries have freed themselves from Caucasians, took all the land and gold back. As you can see, took all, and those are the dates right there. You can look that up. Also, like this one, I discovered that nukes only have a 5-mile blast radius. Africa has an 11 million square mile area. So if you times 5 miles by 3,000 bombs, which they only have 3,000 nukes, that's what, like 15,000 square miles. You understand? So, and as you can see from this picture I'm about to show, Africa is 11 million square miles. So they couldn't even destroy something like the size of the state of Texas, yet alone Africa. And it only has a 5 to 9 mile blast radius. As you can see right here, if you do 5, even 9 miles times 3,000 bombs, they don't have anywhere enough to fuck with us as black people. As you see right here, you can Google this yourself. That's the how many they have, and you need uranium to even build those. And uranium only comes from Africa or the Middle East, but mainly in Africa. And they have taken back all their uranium and everything. And as you can see right here, Africa is 11.7 million square miles. So if they can only destroy 15,000 square miles maximum, y'all don't even understand. These people can't even mess with us, y'all. We've taken back all land, gold, resources, everything. And they have been trying to assassinate me, Joshua Williams, for over 8 years now. I have proof of that. You can go on my Facebook and see. But they can't stop the movement. And that's enough talking. Here's the rest of the video, y'all. Let's get to it. That was my intro.
Was once seen as an easy target. Insurgent groups exploited the country's lack of advanced weaponry, while foreign powers dictated its security by offering military aid on their own terms. The result was a cycle of instability, dependence, and constant threats without the ability to truly change the situation. That was the past. Everything changed when Captain Ibrahim Traoré took charge. His leadership was not about pleading for assistance or making empty promises. It was about action. He understood that Burkina Faso's survival depended on one thing: self-reliance in defense. Instead of waiting for external help, he went directly to global suppliers of military power. Countries like Russia, China, Serbia, Romania, and Turkey provided Burkina Faso with the arms it needed to defend itself. This was not just a matter of purchasing weapons. It was a strategic realignment. From ground firepower and armored mobility to advanced counterinsurgency tactics and aerial superiority, each weapon acquired played a crucial role in Burkina Faso's evolving military strategy. These were not just scattered acquisitions, but carefully integrated components of a new, independent defense system. Today, the country is stronger, better equipped, and more prepared than ever before. The question remains: what weapons have reshaped Burkina Faso's military doctrine? Before delving into specifics, it's important to acknowledge the support of those who have stood by this transformation. For those who haven't yet joined this growing movement, the invitation remains open. Together, a more resilient and powerful community can be built. Modern warfare is no longer about who has the largest army. It's about who controls the battlefield before the enemy even knows what is happening. This shift has made drones like the Bayraktar Akanji the most formidable asset in Burkina Faso's army. The country's greatest weapon is not a tank, a cannon, or a missile, but an unblinking eye in the sky. However, intelligence alone is not enough. The Akanji doesn't just detect threats, it eliminates them. Armed with explosives and precision-guided missiles, this drone strikes with unmatched accuracy. Unlike traditional airstrikes that rely on costly fighter jets and complex operations, the Akanji can launch attacks at any time, from anywhere, with devastating efficiency. This single weapon has revolutionized warfare in Burkina Faso. Previously, insurgents relied on hiding in remote areas, assuming national forces couldn't locate them. That tactic is now obsolete with the Akanji constantly patrolling overhead. But Burkina Faso's air force doesn't rely on just one drone. While the Akanji dominates the skies from high altitudes, another lethal weapon operates closer to the ground with unmatched speed and precision: the TB2 Bayraktar. If the Akanji is the all-seeing guardian, the TB2 is the relentless executioner. This drone has already proven its effectiveness in conflicts in Libya, Syria, and Nagorno-Karabakh, crippling enemy forces with targeted strikes. Now, Burkina Faso is deploying it to destroy insurgent supply lines, eliminate high-value targets, and neutralize enemy strongholds. What makes the TB2 especially terrifying is its stealth. It approaches undetected, locks onto its target, fires a precision-guided missile, and disappears before the enemy even realizes what has happened. No warning, no escape, only destruction remains. Together, the Akanji and TB2 have granted Burkina Faso an unprecedented level of aerial dominance, a feat no other West African nation has achieved. However, drones alone cannot hold territory. To fully secure its borders and ensure lasting stability, Burkina Faso also needs formidable ground firepower, and that is exactly what it is building. Add your voice to the total liberation of Africa by leaving a comment in the comments section below. As enemy forces approach, Burkina Faso unleashes the Deshka heavy machine gun, a battlefield legend that has shaped the outcomes of wars for generations. From World War II to the Korean and Vietnam Wars, from conflicts in the Middle East to battles across Africa, the Deshka has proven its might. Its reputation is built on sheer, relentless firepower. Unlike standard infantry weapons designed for close combat, the Deshka is a beast built for heavy warfare. It fires massive 12.7mm rounds capable of tearing through armored vehicles, piercing enemy aircraft, and obliterating fortifications from hundreds of meters away. In the hands of Burkina Faso's forces, this weapon is a game changer. The Deshka serves as a frontline defense against enemy attacks. It can be mounted on tactical vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and fortified positions, ensuring that Burkina Faso's forces have overwhelming firepower wherever they operate. Mobile combat units rely on it to secure convoys and dominate the battlefield, while soldiers in remote outposts use it to protect key locations. Insurgents in the Sahel have long relied on speed, ambush tactics, and the use of technical trucks, pickup vehicles armed with machine guns, to launch swift assaults before vanishing into the vast desert. Now, Burkina Faso stands among the nations capable of delivering precision artillery strikes against its enemies. Yet, even with the power of rocket artillery, ground forces still face a major challenge: hostile aircraft. For years, Burkina Faso was vulnerable to airborne threats. Enemy fighter jets, drones, and attack helicopters could enter its airspace at will, gathering intelligence, launching surprise attacks, and controlling the battlefield from above. That weakness is now a thing of the past. Captain Traoré introduced the 9K-32 Strela 2 Man-Portable Air Defense System, MANPADS, one of the most lethal anti-air weapons ever designed. Many African nations have never had the advantage of air superiority. Until recently, Burkina Faso was among them. If enemy aircraft breached its airspace, there was little the country could do to respond. This made it easy for adversaries to spy, strike, and dominate from above. That vulnerability no longer exists. The introduction of the 9K-32 Strela 2 has changed everything. This shoulder-fired missile launcher is a game-changer, capable of taking down enemy aircraft within seconds. Unlike traditional air defense systems that require large bases and complex infrastructure, this weapon is highly mobile and can be operated by a single soldier. With one shot, Burkina Faso's forces can destroy enemy planes, drones, and helicopters. Originally deployed in Vietnam, the Middle East, and various African conflicts, the Strela 2 has proven its lethal precision time and again. Now, under Burkina Faso's control, it ensures that no enemy drone, aircraft, or helicopter can operate in its skies without facing immediate destruction. While securing the skies is crucial, modern warfare also requires rapid response capabilities on the ground. Combat today is not about slow, conventional battles. It is about striking fast, hitting hard, and vanishing before the enemy can react. Tactical superiority depends on speed, intelligence, and mobility. To achieve this, Burkina Faso has incorporated one of the most versatile combat vehicles into its arsenal: the Ada Yalin Tactical Armored Vehicle. Designed in Turkey, this high-mobility 4x4 combat vehicle is built for modern warfare. Unlike a bulky tank, the Ada Yalin is not a slow-moving weapon meant for prolonged confrontations. Instead, it is designed for rapid deployment, quick strikes, and strategic repositioning, allowing Burkina Faso's forces to stay ahead of the enemy at all times. Those days are over. Burkina Faso is no longer a passive player in West Africa's conflicts. It has evolved into a formidable military power, capable of defending itself without relying on foreign intervention. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has ushered in an era of military independence, strategic foresight, and national self-reliance. The transformation is evident, not just in the weapons it has acquired, but in the way it wields them. The Burkina Faso army is no longer reactive. It is proactive, striking before threats can materialize, neutralizing insurgents before they can regroup, and securing borders before they can be breached. The Ada Yalin tactical vehicle is a prime example of this shift. More than just a mode of transport, it is a battlefield weapon, built to withstand EDs, ambushes, and the rugged terrains where insurgents once thrived. Its V-shaped hull deflects blast energy, protecting troops inside. Yet, it is not merely a defensive tool, it is an offensive weapon as well. Equipped with machine guns, automatic grenade launchers, and even anti-tank missiles, it doesn't just transport soldiers, it fights alongside them. Whether in border patrol missions, urban combat scenarios, or rapid deployment raids, the Ada Yalin has given Burkina Faso's forces unmatched battlefield mobility. Speed, intelligence, and strategic agility define the nation's new approach to warfare. Unlike large countries that rely on conventional heavy tank divisions, Burkina Faso's military strikes with precision, maneuverability, and overwhelming efficiency. Insurgents who once believed they could escape into remote hideouts now find themselves pursued relentlessly. The terrain that once provided them shelter now offers no escape. Whether in dense forests, rocky mountains, or open desert, Burkina Faso soldiers can reach their enemies quickly, strike hard, and disappear before retaliation is even possible. The country's transformation extends beyond firepower. Military training has undergone a complete overhaul. No longer dependent on foreign advisors to direct operations, Burkina Faso's troops have mastered modern combat techniques. Training programs in China and Turkey have equipped them with expertise in drone-assisted reconnaissance, urban warfare, and counterinsurgency tactics. Special forces units have learned to execute tactical ambushes, synchronize drone strikes, and conduct precision armored assaults. The army now functions as a self-sufficient force, capable of planning, executing, and winning engagements without waiting for external approval or assistance. Burkina Faso's enemies, both internal and external, did not anticipate this level of transformation. They expected the country to remain weak, divided, and reliant on foreign support. They believed they could manipulate its military through economic pressures, political influence, and selective military aid. They were wrong. Under Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has not only secured its borders, but has also rewritten its own destiny. The days of Western military dependency are gone. The era of being an easy target for insurgents is over. Burkina Faso is no longer a pawn on a geopolitical chessboard. It is now a force to be reckoned with, an independent power shaping its own future, ready to meet any threat head-on, with strength, strategy, and absolute resolve. Burkina Faso has entered a new era, one defined by strength, sovereignty, and strategic independence. No longer at the mercy of foreign powers or insurgent threats, the nation has built a military force equipped with cutting-edge technology, advanced weaponry, and highly trained soldiers. This is not the Burkina Faso of the past. It is a fortress, standing firm against its adversaries, ready to defend its people on its own terms. For the first time, it is not Burkina Faso that fears its enemies. It is its enemies that now fear Burkina Faso. The question is no longer whether the country can defend itself, but rather what its transformation means for the rest of Africa. Should other African leaders follow in Captain Traoré's footsteps? Does true sovereignty come from military self-reliance, or is there more to securing a nation's future?
Record, just so y'all understand, we were on the freeway. Imagine somebody like basically trying to ram into you on the freeway and then flashing, you know, something at you and acting like he gonna shoot you or something. So, and then once we getting off the freeway, he get off on our exit, y'all. So what am I supposed to do? What would you have done? You get what I mean? So I held my composure. I didn't do nothing to nobody. Just so y'all understand, I'm not that person. You get what I mean? Like, you get what I mean?
Right.
It'd be different if it was around another person, right? Yeah, I said. But he ain't flicking nobody off. He ain't doing shit. Look, did you record him pulling back up on it?
I'm got it as soon as he hit.
Yeah, he ain't no shit.
I'm gonna report his ass too. I'm gonna report him.
I wasn't about to do that. But don't get it twisted.
Sure, really?
Nigga, you fuck around me and my family, nigga, you'll get laid down. Huh?
What's up?
What's happening? How you feeling?
Clap?
Clap to what?
Clap?
Clap to what?
I'll fucking shoot your ass in the face.
Right. And just so y'all understand, this video is the reason why I was saying I feel like somebody trying to get us into a situation or, you know, get us to, you know, do something to somebody, because clearly I'm not, like I said, I'm not no, the only thing I am is pro-black. I'm not no gang member. I'm not no dude that was ever in the streets. The streets. I'm not no person that go to clubs or parties. I'm in the house every day with my kids. I've been with my girl for 10 years. We got